Up. Keep that attitude. There you go.
United 246, make a right turn, taxiway Lima, hold short, runway 2 right, raise frequency.
There we go. Let's go to the service road.
2 right, with you, United 246.
To the service road. Come on, right pedal, Justin. Right pedal. There you go. Continue that climb. And then just before the tower, let's go ahead and make a left-hand turn, left climbing turn. 60 knots, 23 inches, please.
United 246, cross runway 2 right, and contact ground.
Pick up the 405 freeway straight ahead. We're looking good. All right, let's do a little low rotor RPM. What are you going to do to recover from low rotor RPM?
Lower the collector slightly and add a little throttle.
Very slow. Very slow.
And a slight aft cycle.
If you have to.
To maintain the attitude at least.
Maintain attitude, right. Okay, governor is off. Here comes your low rotor RPM. So let's just do it nice and slow. That's enough, Justin. Roll the throttle nice and slow. You already have 15 inches of manifold pressure, so you don't have to go anymore. Now, regain your altitude and keep me in trim. Slow. Anytime you pull up the collective that fast, the correlator has to maintain RPMs. You don't want it to not do what it's supposed to do. All right, we're going to do that one more time.
We're under 3 Mike Lima, traffic 2 mile final, we'll be making a low approach, Cessna 152.
Roger, we'll look for traffic, 3 Mike Lima.
Sure, 9 Mike clear, not traffic. 9 Mike, make left close traffic, you'll be following the Cessna 152, about a 1.5 mile month. Sure, 9 Mike clear,
All right, let's recover. 20 inches of manifold pressure.
Sheriff Dynamite, additional traffic will be heading to your right, well above you up at 1,000, helicopter midfield. Dynamite, got helicopter traffic. Thanks, helicopter 3, Mike Lima, traffic off your left side has you in sight in the downwind. And frequency change approved, good day.
Roger, look for traffic, frequency change approved, good day. 3 Mike Lima.
Sheriff Dynamite, the Cessna now about a 3/4 mile report the site.
Okay. Let's talk to Long Beach.
Got helicopter on.
No. Let's talk to Long Beach.
More to the south. More to the east.
More to the east.
To the east. Long Beach Tower, helicopter 3 Mike Lima, 4 to the southeast. Inbound for pad assignment with information X-ray via East Waterloo. Say again for 3 Mike Lima.
3 Mike Lima, East Florida, arrival approved. Say your pad request.
Request pad 3, 3 Mike Lima, East Waterloo approved.
Roger, 3 Mike Lima, Roger, report will not east of the airport.
Roger, Wilco, 3 Mike Lima.
Hey, what altitude are you supposed to be at now, sir?
700.
Okay. Let's roll that throttle up just a little bit. Keep it within the green. Little. 20 inches, Justin, 20 inches.
Trying to maintain altitude.
Well, don't, just bring back the cyclic just a little bit if you're going fast. Because you don't want to be doing too much. Okay? But roll the throttle up into the green. Have it in the center of the green. There you go. That's better. Let's go on down to 500 feet. Keep me in trim.
Wind check.
Wind's 18010.
Day 180. Having trouble hearing in the wind.
The what?
Having trouble hearing. Did you say 180?
180 at 10.
Yeah.
Island level out at 500 feet. Our radar heat's coming off.
3 Mike Lima is 1 mile away.
Target 3 Mike Lima, clear the line on pad number 3.
Clear the land, pad 3, 3 Mike Lima.
Alright, let's go ahead and turn the governor back on.
Hold it higher. I think I can be more, have more finesse with this with my fingertips. Bam. Cyclic.
One reach out, helicopter 26602 with you at airport frequency North Downey with X-ray.
Target 26602, Long Beach Tower, departure from airport will be at your own risk. North Downey departure is approved. Crossway to the left midfield at 500 feet.
North Downey for 602.
Are you on approach now, sir?
Yeah.
We're
Get it
getting
at 300.
knots. Should we do our pre-landing checks before we do our approach?
Lights are out on the green, turn the green. Copy out the yellow.
Okay, how long are you going to go with carburetor heat off and the trim on, sir? Take the trim off on your approach.
Tower, Flint 738, helicopter, that's signature X-ray, requesting the west order departure for the climb code and change to SoCal.
Flint 738, Long Beach Tower, do you have a code, or are you you just want me to frequency change you so you can pick up the SoCal code?
No, I do not have a code, so anything we can do to timely get me to SoCal.
738, very well. Departure from Aeroplex will be at your risk.
A little bit of left pedal.
Midfield at 500 feet west
There you
Warlow.
go.
Departure is approved.
In midfield 500, west Warlow, Flint 738.
Carburetor heat is off.
How do you do that when you're flying solo? Put the heat
You don't worry about it because you have plenty of power when you're flying solo. Okay, go ahead and set me down. Okie doke. Let's go back up. Press your right pedal turn, please, at about 3 feet.
738, frequency change approved.
Yeah, that's 738.
I go and set me down one more time. Now we'll go ahead and do a pattern after that. You can do better than that on the set down. Get me nice and straight with those pedals. So go ahead and pick me up again.
Frequency change.
Welcome to 602, frequency change approved as requested.
Burrito, left pedal turn.
And JetBlue 1006 will be ready upon reaching 30.
JetBlue 1006 Long Beach Tower, roger. Runway 30, line up and wait traffic landing. Runway 25 left, official traffic, 5 mile final, Cherokee.
Line up and wait, JetBlue 1006.
Welcome to 3, Mike Lima, left coast traffic approved. Cab 3, clear for takeoff, hold over the C-17 building, traffic holding in position, runway 30.
Holding C-17. Let's do a square first, so go ahead and pick me up. Let's turn around, face the opposite direction here on the stripe, and we'll do a square. We'll just do a little bit of hovering practice.
November 3 Golf Alpha, frequency change approved, good day.
Frequency change over. Porque c'est bon, c'est quoi ça?
You see how hard you're gripping that cyclic, sir?
No.
And now put me where I'm supposed to be. I don't want to be 3 feet further back than I'm supposed to be. Come on, move forward. There you go. Now hold it there. let's go all the way around to the other side, because now you're keeping it where it's supposed to be, but we didn't quite do that on the other side. So let's keep going around the other side till we get it right, and then we can do another pattern.
Sheriff 9 Mike, coming out a little south for east 4 level arrival landing. Sheriff's ramp, please. We got Yankee.
Sheriff 9 Mike, Long Beach Tower East 4 level arrival over. Landing, Sheriff's ramp will be at your nest.
Sheriff 9 Mike.
Central aircraft position, Yankees current wind 3108, altimeter 3008.
Turn me nice at 90 degrees. Hold it where it's supposed to be based on where that line's supposed to be. Looking out. There you go. Alright, let's make it around the corner, and then you can take me and land me on the 3.
What do you do to physically relax? I mean, like,
what do I do? First thing I do is take just a very deep breath, and then it's basically how I hold the cyclic.
I mean, I feel I'm getting better at holding the cyclic today.
You're doing what with the cyclic?
I feel I'm getting better with holding this, the way my grip on the cyclic is better.
The grip is probably looking good. It's just the intenseness of how hard you're holding it.
I can feel a tension in my legs more today, just because I'm trying to be more precise with the pedals, especially when the tailwind.
Okay, out of controls for a minute.
The controls.
Okay. So when I do it, I just sit here like this, and I only hold it with 3 fingers, so that I can't grip it any harder than that. Okay. And then when I turn it, like a left pedal turn or something like that, I only have 3. I can only grip it as much as my 3 fingers will do. So therefore, I'm not able to tense up. And you can see I'm just moving it with my fingers. Okay, my arm is nice and stable, and around I go. Okay, so I can't tense up. And then when I land it, there's my 2 or 3 fingers. I still don't close up my fingers, so I can't get a tight grip on it. And then when I bring it down, I just move it with my fingertips, and a lot of it has to do with the pedals. Nice and steady, pedals are steady, and down we go. So that's all I try and do, so that I don't, if I do this, I'm going to over grip it, if I try and lock my fingers.
How do you avoid tenseness in the,
yeah.
tenseness across my shins, because of the, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's just a light touch. I try and use from my arch up, or the ball of my foot up. That way I can't put as much pressure on it as if I was here. Here I can break the pedals, I can bend them. But down here, it's a lighter touch. Okay? So I can't put as much pressure on the pedals, and therefore I can't over control them. And then when I lift it up, it's just all nice and gentle. And I barely have any pressure on those pedals to get them to do what I want them to do. Okay, but we can turn, we can do everything. And like I said, it's difficult to over control with that type of a grip that's not locked in. Okay, I don't have any. That I have a ton of strength. That I have no strength. If I have to use the radio, I just come up and do that. So that's just the way I do it. And then having my arm on my leg gives me the additional stability where I'm only moving my fingers.
When you're doing right turn, is it more? Are you more releasing pressure on the left pedal, or are you putting pressure on the right pedal?
Let's see here. I'm making a turn. I mean, there's a little bit of left pedal pressure, just a little. That wind is not too bad. It was almost equal pressure, maybe just a tad on the left to get it to stop turning. Yeah. Okay, sir. You have controls?
I have controls.
Okay.
Alpha 3 Lima Alpha Pad 3, clear for takeoff, clear to land.
3 Mike Lima Pad 3, clear to take off the land. We're not 3 Lima Alpha, geez, 3 Mike Lima. Hold that cyclic nice and still. Controls are good. 23 inches. Keep me in trim.
Helicopter 55 Lima Alpha Pad 4 requesting left close traffic.
Helicopter 1 Lima Alpha, left close traffic approved, pad 1, clear for takeoff, clear to land. Correction, pad 4, clear for takeoff, clear to land.
Clear to take off, clear to land, 1 Lima Alpha.
Now, I don't want to go any slower than 60 knots on this turn. I want to stay in trim, and I want to stay at 500 feet. Okay, so let's go 20 inches of manifold pressure. Push the nose over. Don't wobble it. Just hold it steady forward. Okay, don't bring it back at all. Don't bring it back.
Going too fast though.
I don't care how fast you go. Okay, clear left. If it turns, don't wiggle it. Don't wiggle it. Now there you go. Maintain that manifold pressure, and we actually stayed in trim even better on the turn. At 500 feet, trim is off, carburetor heat is on. Now, what does the maneuver guide say as far as when this goes on?
Heli-Stream 1 or?
The Heli-Stream maneuver guide. When does it say that trim goes off, carburetor heat goes on? When do you do your pre-landing checks?
I'm downwind.
We're at downwind. Any place downwind?
I don't remember.
Downwind, a beam your spot.
Alright, yeah, of course, yeah.
Now, Justin, have we descended at all since you started slowing down?
No.
50 feet. Now, you're coming in on final 400 feet, 60 knots, which is a tad high, but we never really got around or down in that turn. Why not?
I was pulling power to keep the 60 knots up from the thing I learned the other day, you know?
But at first, you never kept the nose down to start a descent. You pulled back right away. We'll do that next time. We'll work on it. Okay, keep me in trim.
Wind 2706.
The final part of that approach was much, much better. Much better. Let's do a right pedal turn, please, sir. We'll go do it again. We're not going to get to go anywhere. Okay, set me down.
3, clear for takeoff, clear to land.
Now hold that cyclic as still as possible as you ease it forward and accelerate.
They're going to be wake turbulence at that speed.
Nope. They're going to be above it. 45 knots. And up you go, sir. Knots. 60 knots, not 65. Inches of manifold pressure. Keep me in trim. Keep your turn coming. Keep that nose forward, sir. Keep that nose forward. That way you won't climb.
That's right. Green.
On your downwind, beam your spot. Gauges are green, lights are out, trim is off, carburetor heat comes on. Okay, we crossed over 30. Now, just what we did the other day, okay? Lower the collective, 15 inches, right pedal, hold it right there. Okay, now, see how we're going down already? We're at 70 knots. We're still slowing down just a hair, but we're still descending. Now, we turn. Don't pull back on that cyclic. We're going to the beach. We'll go up to 700 feet. That's the tank farm. And stay to the right of the road, please.
Tank farm, maybe, is that the point where you can go to 700?
Yes, sir. We know which way the wind's going.
Yeah.
Now we just go to the beach, we go south along the shoreline. Alright, you're going to tuck the south, you're 4 to the southwest for a south shoreline transition. 4 to the southwest for a south shoreline transition.
Wassail Tower, helicopter 3 Mike Lima, 4 to the southwest for a southwest transition.
Helicopter 3 Mike Lima, low south of the tower, transition approved, low south altimeter 3009.
Roger, transition approved, 3 Mike Lima.
Okie doke, any place along this jetty, we can go on and climb to 1,000, please.
The wooden thing sticking out or the deep brake?
What is what?
That or that? Where can you climb from? Here?
Not the jetty.
Okay.
This jetty. This is pretty much outside of Long Beach's airspace or at the edge. Looks like we got a little bit of the destroyer that just came into port. A little bit of white caps on the water today, a little rough. Nice, let's go ahead and slow down to 70 to 80 knots. We're going to do a couple auto rotation entries. Trim is coming off, carburetor heat is on. Nice, 70 to 80 knots, a little bit of right pedal, sir, keep us in trim. We're just going to enter, we're going to recover about 700 or 800 feet. All I want to do is get the engine down. I will count it down.
Maintain V4 above 2,500.
What's your starting aiming for?
Someplace between the sand and the parking lot. Okay, really there's no spot at this point. Okay, you about ready? And I'm looking out. And on 3, 2, 1, enter auto. Lower collective. And roll on throttle. Attitude trim. RPM. RPMs. Now bring that airspeed back to 65 and 70 knots. Hey, don't slow down anymore. Push that nose down. Push the nose down, lower the collective, and let's go ahead and roll back on the throttle. back up to 1,000, sir. 23 inches, 60 knots. All we're doing is entering, maintaining attitude, trim, RPM. Give me a trim while you climb, please. Inches, 60 knots. Enough on the manifold pressure, but bring the nose up, sir. There you go. Alright, now that we're at 1,000 feet, we go back to cruise power. Trim is off, carburetor heat is on. 70 to 80 knots, 20 inches of manifold pressure. We're going to wait just a little bit where we get a little larger part of the beach and no people.
Tower 7 Sierra Tango, VFR descent, approve at your discretion. Contact floor from tower, have a nice day. Switching to Fullerton and descent.
Go ahead and get a frequency change if you would.
We did get a frequency change, didn't we?
Please, from Wasau.
Tower, copter 3 Mike Lima for a frequency change.
3 Mike Lima, frequency change approved, good day.
Frequency change approved, good day. 3 Mike Lima.
Visual contact, you have information, Sierra. Godway Airport information, Sierra, 21532. Wind 290 and 8.
Alright, 70 to 80 knots, 20 inches.
Sky clear below 12.
Alright, looking down. Looking out at the attitude. And on 3, 2, 1, enter auto. Lower collective. All the way down. Rolling off throttle. Attitude trim, RPMs. Attitude trim. Small inputs, Justin. Small. See how you got lower RPM by doing that? Small. Go over the sand. And rolling on throttle. Let's go back to John Wayne. You have controls.
Controls. Godway Airport information, Sierra, 21532.
Alright, trim's on, carburetor is on. Alright, let's go down to 300 feet, 60 knots. And start our left-hand turn. Work on that trim, sir. So see your airspeed already? 50, 55 knots. No! You have to keep the nose down or it won't descend. And there's 60 knots. Now it's going down. Small inputs. Alright, I'm going to do this approach just because it's in north traffic, so I have controls.
You have controls?
Yep. Yep. See that crosswind off the building? Well, you don't like that. And carburetor heat off, please.
System 1 November Delta, contact SoCal departure.
Actually, it's almost a tailwind off the side of the building. Governor off, please. Good. Fuel friction's on. At 75%.